Here finally, having accomplished what we were attempting to accomplish. We've made it to Queensland. We're in a caravan park now for the first time in the last 3 days. Our first day we made it to Nelson Bay. We free camped there, we free camped the next day at Nambucca Heads, and we free camped last night at a little kind of rest stop where a whole bunch of other people were also staying. It's worked out pretty great for us. The van did okay, I guess you could say that. It runs great on LPG, doesn't run so great on petrol. I mean, it broke down for the petrol. For some reason, when we swap it over to it, it stops running. Not exactly what you want out of a reliable vehicle, but you know, it made it the 1100 kilometers up here to Queensland, so I guess we can't really complain about that now, can we? No, we cannot. If we complained about it, it would probably just die right now. But we're just basically happy to be here, and it is nice to have power. We've got batteries charging, laptop charging. Julia's enjoying herself on the laptop right now. You can see her feet behind me. And just in general, although it's humid as hell and raining and a little hot, it's nice up here. It's nice to have finally made it. For that, we're very happy. Big B did the job, and she got us here, which was all she really needed to do. Tonight we have something fun planned though. We're actually gonna go eat something out somewhere. We've got plans to go to Korean barbecue. I don't know, do we have a reservation? We don't have a reservation, but we're going to some Korean barbecue place tonight.
There's like 2 of them. There's one that's like 5 minutes away from here. And apparently the food's really good, but I don't really like the inside of the restaurant. And I'm like really fiending for some Asian food.
Yeah. I'm fiending for just any kind of food out, period.
Oh, Korean barbecue, man.
I think I'm even gonna spring and get myself one of the $7 beers they have around here.
I want some samjang.
I don't know what samjang is.
It's the spicy sauce stuff that you put like in the wraps.
Oh, okay. Samjang. We gonna get some samjang tonight. Sorry for the mildly racist accent. If you don't know anything about my voices, you should probably know that none of them are really accurate. They're biased and stereotypical representation.
He didn't do it to be mean. He just can't help himself.
I got a good Canadian one too, eh? Fucking riding down your moose, smoking cig darts, and you know, going to Tim's, getting double doubles, eh? So maybe I'll finish off the rest of this one all Canadian. So we motored on up in, you know, the motorhome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we came up all the way up the motorway, as they call it here, and we arrived pretty good. It's weird. Didn't see a single moose or deer on the road on the way up here. Yeah, that's enough of accents for now. So we've made it. We got to Queensland. Mission accomplished, at least first mission.
We were like really excited when we saw the little tiny border crossing sign that said you were now entering Queensland.
Yeah, it was very exciting. Well, I mean, there's been a few times, I'm not gonna lie, on the way up here that I wasn't really sure if we were gonna make it. And there was a few times where I wanted to say, I think we're gonna make it, and I stopped myself. Because if you say that before you get there, you don't wind up getting the rest of the way. Well, tomorrow we have 2 inspections lined up, which is the last thing we need to pull off. We can get our LPG certification done, and we can get our roadworthy, we can actually rego this thing in our name, which it's not right now. So we're getting down to the last days. We still have, I think, what, 4 days left to rego it in our name before we're facing some fines. So fingers crossed that tomorrow we get those inspections done, we get it regoed in our name, and then we're gonna have to figure out our next step. I've been talking to a few people on the way up here and trying to figure out what we're gonna do next. Our initial plan was we were gonna go up the coast, take our time and head up to Cairns, but now the more people we're talking to, we're realizing that's probably a really, really bad idea. Apparently right now it's humid up there, it's hot, you just don't enjoy it. There's jellyfish all through the water and they're not gonna leave till sometime in April. And apparently they're the box jellyfish and you don't want to screw with them. If you get stung by too many of them, you're into a trip into the hospital. So the other 2 people we're with, Rico and Sarah, they've headed on down and they're down in Melbourne. And we're contemplating that maybe we might just go meet up with them down there head over to Tassie and maybe do a little bit of a road trip through Tasmania. Basically taking our time down there where it's a little less humid, a little less hot, and there's no jellyfish.
You can't choose between these two restaurants. It's making me really angry.
I guess it's a pretty good day when the only thing we really have to worry about right now is what restaurant we're gonna go out to dinner. You can't complain about that, right? Oh, one night ago, we were at Nambucca Heads, and we camped literally at the top of a lookout. So if you check out the Instagram, we have pictures of the view from up there, and it was gorgeous. There were massive waves crashing down. It was just beautiful. Met a really nice older guy up there. He was telling us all about the coast. He lives in a van, and he just kind of motors around all over the place. He said he was homeless, but of course you have a van, you have a home, right? We had a great night there chatting with him. Last night, we were at Byron Bay, actually. We went and drove in there yesterday. And we took a little tour through, tried to park, but a little hint, if you're in Byron Bay, bring change, because you have to pay for parking everywhere. There's not a lot of parking, and when you get up to the parking machines, they don't take credit card. A little strange, I know. I don't understand why they don't. Oh, we have a bird coming at us. I don't like this bird. Julia likes this bird. I don't like it.
You can show them, it's cute.
This is the bird. Julia's been feeding this bird. I'm not really a fan of this bird because it flew directly at me. And now it thinks it's gonna get more food.
Far away from me.
He wasn't far away from me. He was within like 3 feet. Oh, now you're crooked. Oh, whoa. Don't look at me crooked. Talking about before we were in Byron, bring parking, change to park. Because if you don't bring change, you're not gonna park anywhere.
No.
Byron was nice. It was good. Sort of what we expected and sort of not what we expected. Filled with hippies, like literally hippies everywhere you look. Some true hippies that you could tell, you know, they're riding down the street on their bike. They got a surfboard holder on the side, and they look like they literally have lived there their entire lives. But it's kind of weird because you feel kind of like when you get there, and I don't know, other people probably have a different perception of it, but you kind of feel like part of it's fake. Like it's kind of, I think it started out as this really big, genuine thing, and it's kind of turned into this massive trap of tourists and just people that are all rolling through trying to live that a little too hard. Cause
like it's got like a,
it has a nice vibe. It has a really nice feel to it. It's got like a vibe
to it, but it's like that vibe's not necessarily
it's not 100% genuine. Yeah. I mean, you feel like a place is just trying a little too hard to be what it is, or like people are trying a little too hard to be what they are, when in reality, if you are what you are, you just kind of do it.
Not to like diss like the place.
No, we're not dissing.
It's like a cool place.
Yeah, no, Byron was really cool. It's just
not a place like so many people like just say that like, oh, when you go, like you want to go to Byron, you're gonna want to stay in Byron. But we walked around for like probably a total of like 2 hours we spent there, and I probably wouldn't go back. Unless you're gonna surf. There's a lot of surfing there. Yeah.
Looks like really good surfing there, but we weren't surfing and we had deadline, so we kept on going. After that, we went out to this other lake. Lake Ainsworth, which is a very cool place. A spiritual site for the Aboriginals around here. And Aboriginal women used to be very special to them because basically there's a lot of tea tree trees, where the tea tree oil comes from. This is the tree that makes that. And they're all around this lake, and so it's basically dripped into the water over, I'm assuming, for thousands of years, and it's infused all the water there with the tea tree oil. So literally, as you get in deeper, it's this dark reddish color, and then it gets black the deeper that you go into it.
It was really cool. It looked like a cup of like black tea.
Yeah, it looked identical to a cup of black tea when you're in the water, and as you're swimming through it, very warm, very nice water, and then when you get out, you can literally feel that your skin is oily with the tea tree oil. So apparently it's great for your skin. It's great for your hair, and the
oil is really good for acne, so it's really good for your skin. Yeah. It's good for your hair, but it can dry out your hair a lot. But one thing that tea tree oil is really good for is if you have lice. I was younger and I had lice. My mom washed my hair with tea tree oil.
Yeah, if you have lice, go to this lake.
And tea tree oil is the best thing for cleaning your house. I swear by it. It's like Windex, like eat your heart out. No, just like put some drops of tea tree oil in like a bottle, like a spray bottle of water, and like the best thing in the world. My mom.
So basically take the lake and put it in a bottle, use it to clean your house. And then we moved on. We drove, took us about an hour to get up here, hour and a bit, and we got to this lovely caravan park here, which is beautiful and clean. So we're enjoying it, and we're going out for food later on. So we'll catch up with you later on.